Have the first semifinal coming up now, and it's definitely a stacked match, a match that I was expecting to be, or that could have been a final. So we have, I think the two players who've prepared the most with Paandaa, Razer, and also Not, who has practiced a lot for this competition, and then also Massa, who was in the final on that third qualifier. So definitely players not to be underestimated. And they battled out for 2 spots in the grand final, or in the final, where only 1 spot is on stake. And the question is, who's gonna join Cole Jr., Peck Jr., aka Feed, and also Ratchet into the final. So that's the question. But let's take a look here. Who's gonna take, who has the chance at first in the final? So that's the question here. So this format is definitely interesting because, you know, you play a final and then only 1 person is going to the grand final, and you have 4 qualification steps where only 1 person is going through. So that's why there's only not a lot of people actually playing it, but that's how things are. And yeah, we're gonna start with Spotlight. So definitely a map that is yeah, not that easy, I would say. Definitely with that hairpin that you have, where you have to hit a very precise line. And the WR here is I think a .49. Yeah, 49 by Paandaa. And yeah, let's take a look here. Who's gonna take that first round, and who's gonna win it, and who not. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look who's taking it. As Not gets a pretty wonky start by the first look, but he was just going pretty wide and accumulating a better line, or getting himself a better line. And with that, going to the lead here. So Massa, Razer, and Not are there. And then there's Paandaa, who has made that mistake at the beginning. But I haven't introduced you guys to the format, because we're gonna play in cup mode. And with that, we play 5 rounds on each map, and you collect points. And you have to collect points till you hit 100 points, and then you have the finalist mode attached to your name, and only the first 2 persons are going to the final. And it is Razer, who was already in the final 3 times, and Massa, who was in the final on that last qualification step. And Massa currently taking, or is in that first position and taking home that 10-pointer with a 1 minute point 86. So there you can see there was a good time here, but of course he unfortunately has made a mistake. So no 10-pointer for Nod. So Massa and Razer are taking it. Oh no, Nod was the person who made that mistake. Paandaa made the mistake at the beginning. And now we have the second round coming up. Maybe Massa can win it as well. But again, it's 1 player dropping behind, and this time it's Razer. So Razer has made that mistake. So we are only left with 3 players here. Not having a little bit more speed, but it's pretty equal between them. But now the speed here really matters, as we have 1 more fatality here. It is Paandaa with that mistake. Manda. What am I talking about? The day is too long. Oh my god. Manda. I wanted to say Massa and Paandaa at the same time. Manda, dude. What is happening today? Manda, dude. Oh my god. Massa is in first. Not is in second, but Not also with a good line here, so he can maybe snipe that ending away. And Massa actually with that mistake, so Not is winning it. Not with a 1 minute point 8, so that's definitely a good winning time. And yeah, so Not with a 1 minute point 8, getting himself on the scoreboard as well. And now up to first position, together with Massa. Razer with 2 second positions. I mean, everyone has kind of made a mistake in that prior round. Is having 12 points. And then there's Paandaa, who has gotten himself 2 last positions in a row. But we still have a lot of rounds to go here, as the point number is 100 and nothing has been decided yet. Let's take a look onto Paandaa here. Maybe he can make some damage here in this round. Okay, closer round by the looks of it. Only 300ths of a second between the players here. Oh, Massa going so close there to the wall. Really, really risky line by Mr. 305. And Yeah, he is currently battling here for that first position. Razer, not, and Massa going so inside there to the wall. Paandaa went for that more outside approach, but the speed didn't really pay off for him. Let's take a look onto Massa here. He can maybe get himself more speed here with a better apex in this section. That's the case. Razer Alba still in the lead. Massa going for the risk. Is it enough to get that second position? It's so close between them, and Massa will get it. And a 69 by Razer, and this is definitely a great round here. Very, very nice times here. 0.69, 0.77, and a 0.80. So those are really, really good times. 0.91 and you're last. So Paandaa is really trying, and I mean, Paandaa is the player who has the most amount of WRs, I think, on those tracks. The last time I've checked on Wednesday, maybe times have changed. I think they might have. But he is ready. He has practiced a lot, and now he has gotten himself 3 points, 3 rounds in a row. So this is not a good start for Paandaa here. But of course not. Massa and Razer, they are hungry. They want to reach the final. They want to bat it out for the cash prize here against Feed, against Call Jr., and also against Ratchet, who has qualified in the last qualification step. But again, a very close round that we are witnessing here. It is Nod who's leading ahead of Paandaa. Razer, but it's so close to call. Actually, he was second. Massa with the better line temporarily. But it's still super close. Razer with that extra kilometer-hour more than Massa, but it's still very, very close between them. Who's gonna get that? It's Razer with the upper hand at the moment, and Razer can get it here. Can he actually snipe first position or not? No, Nod is not clipping, but again, a very good round here. Again, a 0.86, and you're last. So this level here in this particular semi-final is pretty high. And Nod with that goes into the lead, 28 points, tied with Razer. And then there is Massa on P3. Paandaa, again, I mean, he's trying. He had a 0.8 in the last 2 rounds. And this would have been enough in round 1 and 2 to get himself at least 4 points. So Paandaa is trying, but he, as Mathix is stating out here, he's unlucky. But currently now, Paandaa is leading. So definitely a great start from Paandaa. But also Massa, look at the speed that the German player has accumulated in this section. Nicely executed line by Massa, but also Not is doing it good, but too far inside. That's the risk that you are taking because you have to hit that turn so tight in order to not get yourself airtime on that exit. So he is dead. Paandaa versus Massa though. Who's gonna win this last round here? It looks like Massa is gonna take it. He's 0.1 ahead. And Paandaa is eventually, finally, getting himself a round that is not a 3-pointer. It's a 6-pointer. So he is getting plus 6 points here onto his points. So plus 50% of his prior accumulated points. Now up to 18 points. But still, he's so far away from Massa, Razer, and Not, who have already surpassed that 30 barrier. So next map is Humble Forest by Clem, the Genius player. And yeah, this map is reminding me a little bit of From Zero to Hero. I don't know, but this start has something. Maybe someone knows what map I'm talking about. It's the map where Novice was so fast on. I don't know, this map has something to it. This ending section of this map reminds me, this start reminds me of that. I forgot the name of that. But on this map, we have a WR by Dutchy, who unfortunately is not able to play. He also didn't play qualification phase number 3, and it's a 1 minute 0.61. So let's take a look if maybe Razer or Paandaa can meet that time, because they are definitely not slow on this map. Razer has a 0.72 as a PB, and Paandaa probably has a 0.7x or 0.8x as well. So warm-up has ended here, and everyone has kind of died except of Nod, who also didn't do the best time. I mean, a 101.28 at 24.8 is not too bad, but we probably look for winning times which are breaking the 101 barrier. So let's go ahead here. First round, we have 5 life rounds again. And it's Paandaa currently having only 18 points. So maybe he can make some damage here and something happen. Paandaa, the Exalted player, as Razer, who was 3 times in the final already here. That is a sick performance by the Sweden player. Makes that mistake there. I wanted to say he's extending his lead, but he went so close there. So Razer is making that mistake, and this is really good for Nod and Massa, who will capitalize from that and get themselves some more points. But Massa with the risky line there. So that was anything but a safe line. And now Nod actually in first. So back and forth between the players. But also Paandaa can maybe make something happen. Goes very wide there, accumulates a lot of speed here compared towards Nod. Now the ending is deciding it. Nod with a better apex, and Nod is approaching the ending at first, and Nod is taking it here unless he gets a bad ending, but that's not the case. A 101.17 is enough to stay in first. So Nod takes it, and with that, Nod goes into the lead, and also Paandaa with his second place in a row. So up to 24 points. Not too bad here for Paandaa. So round number 7 is coming up in total here. So currently Nod with a good performance by taking 41 out of 60 points. So definitely not too bad. Ha, not. Ha. Okay, just kidding. So next round. So Razer not making a mistake here. So he is in the lead with a comfortable lead of 0.12 of a second over Paandaa and Nod. So Massa is falling down to P4 at the moment. But he is still lurking. He's only 0.2 behind, so he can still make something happen as Massa is getting himself a lot of speed here, but going a little bit too far inside there. So Paandaa has a tiny tad more speed, as you can see, and also the better approach in this section. That was not the approach that you wanted to aim for, because with that you lift off, and Massa, was showing us why you're not taking that very inside line. That's very risky. And yeah, Razer wins it, not barely making that ending jump. Stays out of Paandaa, and then there's Massa, who is getting himself the finish. Or is he actually? I think he's not finishing. No, Massa is not finishing. Or he's barely able to finish. There was 700ths of a second between a finish and a non-finish. So he's still getting himself those 3 points. And hello, Jens. Hello, Jens. Hopefully you're doing good, man. So Razer with the first mistake of the round. Also Paandaa lagging a bit here, but Razer is 1 second behind. So he is not really making some sort of a good appearance here in this round. But of course this can happen. But he can maybe get himself a 4-pointer, or if he's very lucky, a 6-pointer if more mistakes will happen. Not outside approach, accumulating a lot of speed again, so he's doing it really nicely compared towards Massa, whose exit was pretty wonky and had to go a little bit of take a little bit more of an outside exit, but not now with a mistake, so he is dead, and Paandaa and Massa are battling the 10-pointer out here in this ending, but Paandaa has it here. Paandaa with a great ending. That was really, really good, really fast. You can see gaining 0.13 over Massa. They were equal in that CP, and Paandaa with a sub 101 here and a well-needed 10-pointer. So into the next round we go. Let's take a look here. Who's gonna take it? Not with a very good start though. So the Numalops player is currently 500 ahead already after 20 seconds, make it 1/10 now. So great start. Let's go a little bit further back. Massa has dropped tremendously behind, 0.3 of a second, so he really needs to risk out the lines. But with that, you also tend to make more mistakes, so Massa makes that mistake and also gets the penalty in that moment. So that's of course the risk that you were taking here in this game. Penalties are a thing. Definitely a great addition to the game. Of course not, but that's just my opinion about that. And yeah, let's go ahead here as Nod is in the lead, and there's Razer behind, But Razer can snipe it, and he will do so. What an ending by Razer, by the Eminem player. And he will snipe that 10-pointer away. That ending is so ridiculous sometimes. And yeah, Not has to settle in second position. Then Paandaa on third, and Massa after that mistake on last. Next round, Massa is leading though. Great start for the German player. He's doing it really, really good. And yeah, but also Paandaa and Not are close by here. And then there's Razer, who is currently occupying that fourth position here in that round number 10. So Razer can maybe get overtaken by Not here, but Not also falls behind here, so it's between Massa and Paandaa, the third and fourth seeded player in terms of the ranking at the moment, and Massa and Paandaa, of course, in dire need of those 10-pointer here. But currently it is Massa who's extending his lead here to almost 0.2 of a second, so Massa also on a sub 1-on-1 time here. This is looking really good for the Berlin International Gaming player, and he's actually gaming here, does a really good time of 1 minute 0.81, that is really fast. And yeah, Massa takes it here ahead of Paandaa. And then there is Not on P3 and Razer on P4. Really nice time here from Massa, I have to say that. Really good time, 0.81. If you consider that the WR is a 0.61, he was 0.2 away. So definitely the fastest time I think that we have seen today. So sick time. And with that, Massa is tied for second with Nod, and Razer has only a 2-point lead. And now we have Obscuritas by Anisado. The third map, and this map has, of course, brought a lot of good moments here. I have to say that. This map has brought a lot of good moments. And yeah, we're just going to see how this will develop here. As we have one warm-up before every 5 live rounds. But this is, of course, also the longest map. And I want to emphasize here that Paandaa was really good on this track. He was driving 7x, 8x, also 6x's Regu, and he was very sick on this map. And I mean, currently he's on that fourth position on dead last, but only 12 points behind. So 3 good rounds and he could actually go into the lead here, or 4 good rounds and he could lead. So I think we're gonna see maybe a double or triple final situation. And then there could also be people denying. So it will be a close match, I can tell you that, guys. It will be a close match. And yeah, Paandaa's ending was really good. He was approaching it way outside here to hold his gear and do not lose grip. But look at the speed here. He was holding it, and at 61. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ, what a time. Dude, the WR is a 0.43, by the way. I think. Or did it get beaten? I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me. Maybe someone in spam chat knows. But dude, a 0.61, that is, dude, he's gaming, man. So let's take a look onto Paandaa. That is a sick time. Okay, 34's WR. Alright, Ratchet, thanks, man. Thank you. So let's go ahead here with that. So it actually has been improved from this Wednesday till now. So it was a 0.43. And let's go ahead here into the first round on that. Round number 11. Yeah, and we see a pretty close match thus far. And as I said, Paandaa is leading. He's very strong on this map. He's very strong, but the question is who's getting second position, as Massa is getting a quite wonky line, Not with more speed, and also Razer is extending his lead over Massa here. So yeah, Massa falling behind temporarily, but maybe the ending will suit him better here. But yeah, it's Paandaa still leading the round, but falling a bit behind and gets the nose slide there. That was a really weird drift. And also Massa now all of a sudden in that battle for that first position. Razer not with the best speed. Not versus Razer in the ending, but Massa not with the best line. And it's Razer taking it. I love that ending, man. I love that ending. Okay, Paandaa is getting second. I love that ending, dude. It's so good. It's such a good ending, guys. So that's good for Razer, though. because Razer is capitalizing from that. Since Not and Massa have gotten themselves only 4 and 3 points, and Paandaa went away still with us with 6 points. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a Trackmania Grand League map then, right? But yeah, anyway, let's go into the next round here, as we have a close round again. Massa with the upper hand again in this part. Not again, but he has it. And Not is already, yeah, pretty far behind. He won't play a role. He's 5 seconds behind. So let's take a look onto that battle here. Massa has fallen behind also with a mistake. So Massa is pulling the Massa there. And yeah, not getting himself a good position here. Not a P1 or P2. So yeah, Razer versus Paandaa here. And Paandaa goes for that alternative line kind of again. But it is Razer with a .62 taking it. That is a really fast time. And Razer is like really picking up the acceleration here, or increasing the acceleration and taking that one. Really good time by Razer, and he's up to 82 points. So round number 3 on Obscuritas. It could be Razer actually. Closing it out here if he wins 3 rounds in a row. And yeah, he can well make it happen after those 2 rounds that were really nice by Razer. He is finding the consistency, and Razer could make it for the 4th time into the grand final, and he hasn't qualified yet. Yet if Razer doesn't make it today, I'm actually feeling sad about him. I would feel really sad for Razer. He was in the final for 3 times, and this was not a good line by Razer here. And not coming into touch with that freebie was also very important, but he loses so much time. So Razer is dead here. Massa and Paandaa, though, are on P1 and 2. But Paandaa with a mistake. What is happening? Can he make that jump? Yes, he barely can make it. But that's a free 10-pointer for Massa here. Not failing it. Oh my god, Massa almost throwing it away here. Razer actually gets second and not falls from P2 to P4. So Massa was really lucky to survive that ending. But still a .70, so a great time, going up to 77 points. So Razer denying some points, which is important. And also Massa up to 77 points. So yeah, he has 7 points of an advantage over Nord. But then Paandaa, he is really struggling. Paandaa is really struggling here. But let's see, maybe he can make something in this round, because he's not out of the way, or he's not out of the picture. He can still make it with 2 or 3 rounds, because he's only 13 points away here from that 2nd position, which is occupied, as I said, by Massa. So close round here. Razer again having the upper hand, so great performance by the Swedish M&M player. Paandaa wants to say something against that, but Razer with way more speed, which is really important in this section, because it's a long stretch where you have no drift, and Razer is doing that just very, very good. But now the ending is deciding it, because Razer is not safe just yet. If Paandaa gets a good ending, he can maybe snipe it away, but Razer is so far ahead here that it is enough. And a .57 by Razer. Jeez, what a time, man. What a time by Razer. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is such a sick time, man. And 98 points for him means that he will get himself up to the finalist mode if he wins. No, if he finishes, he doesn't need to win. If he wins, he denies some points, but that's it. So yeah, no pressure for him. He can just deny points. So all good for him. We see Massa making that first mistake. So he is 2 seconds behind. But of course, if someone fails the ending, he can still get that position. And we have seen ending fails on this map already. So yeah, that's how things are. And yeah, Razer and Paandaa are on P1 and 2. And then we have Nod actually coming pretty close there with the very good line. So Nod really wants to capitalize from that mistake that Massa has done, and maybe get even with him again, or maybe even overtake him with a first position here. So great round here thus far, but Paandaa is leading. He also is in dire need of points. So let's take a look. Is Razer denying points? He's getting finalist. even if he finishes on 3rd or 4th position. But it's very close here. Razer with a lot of speed, and Razer will take it here. Another 0.6. That is a great time again, dude. Those times on the maps, this is absolutely incredible. And it is Razer taking it, denying points, and Razer's up in finalist. So pretty fast times, I have to say that. And Razer is the first finalist in this semifinal. Okay, next map is Achilles by Nevermind and Kiesler. Also a cool map. I really like that. And bear in mind, it's Razer's first finals attempt after the warm-up. So what can I tell you about that map? Nothing. I can tell you nothing about that map. So no, it's Paandaa having WR here with a point 15, a 57.15. And yeah, I think on this map we're gonna see a lot of mistakes because you really have to, yeah, you really have to nail those drifts. You have a lot of wide drifts where you have to get a good line and go really close to the wall. And I mean, it's always on tech like that, but on this, I don't know, in particular, this map feels pretty hard. And also the ending and this part here, it's such a tight passage that you can mess up very easily. I don't know, but I think that we're gonna see more mistakes here on this map compared to the other maps. Of course, the ending on the prior map is also very open for mistakes, but also this map here. The ending is not that hard, but let's see here. Dude, a point 34 by Paandaa. Okay, nice time. That is a good time. And let's go ahead here and see who's gonna win it. Is it Razer taking it in his first finals attempt, or will he get denied? That's the question. Or will he get denied? Let's see here. Razer, can he make it for the 4th consecutive time in a row into the grand final here, which is an absolute sick performance, or will he get denied for now? Currently it's Massa and Paandaa with the best start, and Razer finds himself a little bit further behind than Nod. Has made that first mistake, is 1 second behind though, and also Razer not with the best line. They had to readjust this a little bit, and also was exiting way too far outside. So Razer losing a little bit of time, and also touches there, gets the penalty, and also the slowdown from the touch from the bonk. And also Massa with a nose slide here, so I was forecasting it, seeing more mistakes, but I was thinking that the mistakes will happen here and then the part afterwards, but the mistakes have happened beforehand. So, okay, Turbo. Good prediction there, but whatever. So Paandaa is taking this round, and Paandaa is really good on this one. He drives very consistent here and wins the round and goes up to 86 points. So 86 points for Paandaa, then Massa on 2nd and Nod on P3. So still 20 points being distributed among the players. Razer not denying some points, but still they are not anywhere. They are not close to the finalist mode just yet. Did 89, 86 and 82 points. So a victory for Massa would mean 99 points and no finalist mode. And yeah, let's take a look here onto the next round here on Achilles. Who's gonna win it? Okay, good start for Nod and Paandaa. Massa has fallen a little bit behind and currently is on that last position, point 15 behind Razer, who's currently leading. And bear in mind, Razer just has to win this round in order to get himself up into the grand final and have a chance of making it into the grand final, where he has to play against Feet, Pack Jr., then Cole Jr., and also Ratchet. So Razer can maybe make it happen. But is he gonna make it? Paandaa with more speed, and Paandaa will actually go for it, and he is denying him with a point 34. What an ending from Paandaa, and what a comeback. So Paandaa up to 96 points, and he is not through yet. Razer is not through yet, and I think we can see a triple final situation there. So what a great ending there from Paandaa, and this just shows why he's very good on this map. So what a sick comeback from Paandaa. So next round is coming up, round number 3. We see Razer making a mistake, and this is not good for Razer here. As you can see, oh no, this is not good, because if Massa wins and Paandaa gets third, which he will get if he stays in that third position, we have a triple final situation, and Massa is actually pushing it. Then Not is there as well. Not can also get himself up into the finals mode in 2 rounds. So this is a very, very close round between the players here. Not has to deny some points and has to get in that position to deny Massa the finals mode and to have a chance by himself to make it. Massa with more speed though. Is Massa gonna take it? Not with the inside approach. Massa with more speed, as well as Paandaa, who's gonna take the ending. Massa with the left finish, and Massa is taking it. But what an ending, man. Massa with the sniper in the ending, and Massa also goes up into the finals mode. What is that for a round, dude? We have a triple final situation between them. Between Paandaa, Razer, and Massa. My god. And now if Not wins, we have a quadruple final situation again. Oh shit. Here we go again. But Not is dead. So we have a winner here. We have a winner. Who's gonna make it into the grand final? Is it Razer, who was already in finalist? Or is it Massa and Paandaa, who were just joining the finals mode here on that round here? It is Razer going to the lead here. Can Razer get himself up into the finals or into the victory booth here? Or is it Massa, who had a really, really sick ending here? Let's take a look. Oh, Massa with a little bit more speed there, but it's so close between them. Razer, however, does that drift a little bit better than Massa, but it's still very close between them. But now Razer has a good lead here of 0.1 of a second. Massa really has to squeeze out an ending here in order to make it happen, but it looks like Razer is gonna make it, and Razer is looking really strong here to take it. Massa, however, with a little bit of a better line, but Razer eventually is through here with the 0.36. 35-6, and it's the 4th time for Razer that he is in the grand final of the Gamers Assembly qualification. What an impressive performance, and Razer, hopefully he's not getting second again. Man, this would be devastating to see. But now it's between Paandaa and Massa, and then there's Nod, who can make something happen though. It is Nod who can make something happen. 93 points for him. He needs a victory. Nothing else counts. I mean, if someone else wins, the match is over. So Not has nothing to lose here. He can full risk it if he is that far behind as now. But he loses so much speed there already. So Paandaa and Massa are declaring the 10-pointer or the victory here, the second position, the entry into the grand final between them. As Paandaa had to release, and now Massa is leading the round here, and Massa has a good lead here of 0.07 of a second, not getting a no slide there like in the first round that he was playing in here. But still, Paandaa had a really good ending on this track, so maybe he can make it happen. But Massa already 0.16 ahead, and Massa can make it. Massa can make it. Only one more turn. Paandaa risking so much here, but it's looking like Massa is making it. And yes, Massa is in the final and is denying Paandaa. So what a great comeback from Massa here. And Massa and Razer are in the grand final.